Yeah, but it's a growth story. Over the last few years, it's been very steady on finding resources and developing them. Actually, it started in 2006 with a 400 tonne per day plant, and now in the three plants it's processing over 9,000, and we intend to keep growing.
Hello and welcome to Assay TV. Today we're here with Sierra Metals and their CEO, Luis Marchese. Luis, great to see you. You've just had your results come out. Not a bad result given all the disruptions with COVID.
Hello, Leo. No, not bad at all. Although we had less revenue, we managed to keep the same level of EBITDA as the same quarter last year, and we've kept our cash at the same level we started. It was quite hard to do so. We were only allowed to do essential activities and some mining at Yauricocha and Bolivar, and the team did really well.
So I understand from your results though that the Bolivar in particular, you managed to cut some costs, keep those under control, which has really helped your EBITDA.
Yes, absolutely. And we also looked very hard at our Capex, because since we had to keep some of our cash or most of our cash, so we got some of the Capex on the sites, on both of them. And I should say that also the exchange rate helped us, because on both countries the local money lost some value against the dollar, so it also helped us with the dollar denominated costs.
Fantastic. Just so to update people who don't know, Sierra Metals, you have sort of three main producing mines in Mexico and Peru. Do you want to tell me a little bit about those ones? So your biggest mine, Yauricocha, in Peru.
Yeah, Yauricocha is here. It's in Lima, actually. It's not far from where I am. Although it's high, it's at 4,500 meters above sea level. It's a gold mine. It's been operating for the last 60 plus years. But it's a very good ore resource in a nice geological space. So at the moment we are mining over 3,000 tonnes per day of polymetallic ore with a nice NSR. It's our flagship in Peru, and it's going really well. In Mexico we have two mines, Bolivar and Cusi. Bolivar is the copper mine of the group. Again, it's running very well. Over the last few months, it was in around 4,000 tonnes per day, and we're going to take it to 5,000 quite soon, because we already have the plant. And Cusi is the smallest of the group. It's a silver mine, 200 tonnes per day, and we had to stop it actually due to COVID, because it's right next to a little town that we couldn't isolate ourselves. But now it's back on business. And at these silver prices, it's very profitable, and we're very happy with it.
What are your all-in sustaining costs at Cusi?
Well, we want to take it down to $16. I mean, the last few months have been anything because of COVID, but we want to take it to 16, 14 in the future.
Fantastic. With the silver price, as you say, quite high, that's a good margin.
Yeah. But we're not there yet. That's our hope.
Fantastic. And of course, you joined the company quite recently, previously with Anglo American. What were you doing with them?
Well, I was with Anglo for 22 years. So I spent 10 years between Chile and Canada in operations. And then I came back to Peru, where I am from. And I was in two projects in Quellaveco, which is now being built. It's a over $5 billion project, copper. And in Michiquillay, which actually at the end we returned to the government. My last position was, it was country manager for the Peru, and also senior advisor to the CEO of Anglo American for both projects.
And of course, your experience with Quellaveco, building a copper mine there, going to come in very handy as you look to expand the Bolivar project.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, my experience is in operations and projects, which fit very well with Sierra. In Sierra, we are operating, but at the same time, we have quite a growth pipeline coming. So it's a nice space and that's the main reason why I like Sierra.
Fantastic. And tell us a little bit about your plans to grow your resources at Bolivar and the other mines.
Actually, we are Sierra is a growth story. Over the last few years, it's been very steady on finding resources and developing them. Actually, it started in 2006 with a 400 tonne per day plant, and now in the 3 plants it's processing over 9,000, and we intend to keep growing. Our current resource base allows us to do that. So in the last board, which was a couple of weeks ago, we've just been approved some expansion studies to even grow further our current capacity. We have resources, and we are planning certainly to put them in the right value for the shareholders.
Fantastic. And what are your immediate plans for the rest of 2020?
Well, we're dealing with COVID as we speak. In Peru, it's really tough. So far we've been operating, and we intend to do so. Certainly our first priority is the health and safety of our workers and the communities where we operate. And while actually we ensure that we are being able to operate. So once we are out of this one, we are certainly going to focus more and more into exploration and growth. In Mexico is no different, but actually the situation is not as bad there. So for the next few months, we're really going to focus on making sure that we can keep everybody safe and healthy and operate.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I understand from when we were talking earlier, you've got quite an extensive sort of testing program in place for your workers, making sure that everyone is healthy on site.
Yes, absolutely. Our current strategy is that we have put together a strategy of sanitary fencing. So anybody that comes to work on site, first they go through testing, then they go through 7 to 10 day quarantine, and then they are tested again before they go to work. So if in any of these 2 tests they are found positive, they go back home or to a hospital or to wherever they need to be. Even though we've had some cases that just went through this fencing, because these tests, are not 100% efficient. So we've had to take some people actually from the operation back to quarantine and eventually to hospital. So it's a daily thing. But I should say that the team is extremely focused, and we've been so far quite successful on managing the situation.
And still able to keep operations going.
Yes, absolutely. And as I said, people healthy and safe.
Fantastic. Well, of course, the health and safety is the first priority. And once we've come out of this thing, as you say, there's plenty of potential to grow the resources and build the company further. Yes,
actually, last year, Sierra finished expanding its 3 operations, its 3 plants. So this year was in the strategy to take them to full production. We're still doing that, but in a different context.
Absolutely. Everything changed slightly, hasn't it? Everything's been sort of readjusted for this situation. But it sounds like you're keeping on top of things very well there. And we look forward to seeing how things develop once we can come out of this crisis and move on to building a bigger and brighter future for everybody. So thank you very much for joining us today, and best of luck.
Thank you, Liam.